Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching Gen V's first 3 episodes, starring Jazz Sinclair, Patrick Schwarzenegger, and a ton of other cast members in The Boys universe. Now, Gen V is a spin-off that takes place in between the second and third seasons of The Boys. So I would recommend watching those seasons before watching this one. Especially considering that it's a spin-off that happens to be just as bloody, just as crazy, and just as insightful as the original series. So the series begins by introducing us to Jazz Sinclair, who plays Marie Monroe. Marie Monroe has the power to control her own blood and the blood of others, and since this is an R-rated series, it's used in almost every application that it couldn't be used in bloodbending for something like, say, Avatar: The Last Airbender. As she manages to enroll in Godolphin University, the university run by Vought, to both create the next generation of crime fighters and to create spokespeople and actors and actresses for the school, Monroe finds out that she won't be able to go into the crime fighting classes that she wanted to go on, but she'll probably be able to become an actress for the school. That is until a certain incident happens when she's on a night out with her new buddies, and she manages to save a woman with her bloodbending powers. This, however, makes her the ideal person to take the fall for an incident that one of her classmates ended up causing. But when the school's golden boy ends up killing a professor and ends up blowing himself up, it becomes very clear to everyone that there's something wrong with the school. Especially given that there's an underground hospital where certain students are being held. So, not only are there a fair amount of mysteries and conspiracies, just like the original Boys series, but the powers on display here manage to touch on some interesting issues. There's this student named Jordan Lee, for example, who can switch genders. So, sometimes you see them as a man, sometimes you see them as a woman, and because of that, despite Jordan Lee being the one to actually fight said golden boy in the first episode, they don't get credit for it because there are certain states that are ultra conservative and will not allow people of that nature to be seen in a positive light. And Vought knows that. They're a soulless corporation that wants to make a profit after all. So Jordan Lee not only doesn't get credit, but even when they attempt to have Marie tell everyone the truth, she ultimately has to stick to the script, regardless of how she feels about it. Which not only creates animosity between the two of them, but it causes Lee to basically jump the gun when it comes to seeing who Marie is as a person. On top of that, there's plenty of clever references and callbacks to previous characters and events in the Boys series, such as the Deep's time with the Church of the Collective, Love Sausage, and even the Payback team that we saw in the third season of the Boys. So if you're a fan of the original series, you're going to get a kick out of a lot of this stuff. And it's very clear that the people working on this series gave it the exact kind of love that they did for the original Boys series. Yeah, Anthony Starr as Homelander isn't here, and some of the other ones like A-Train and The Deep, characters like that, really only get brief cameos here and there. But these new cast members completely hold their own when it comes to bringing both the laughs and the thrills with this series. There's lots of great social commentary throughout. The effects are just as impressive as they were with the Boys series. And I really like the overall story they've come up with that we're going to watch for the next 5 episodes. So I'm interested in seeing how this whole thing shakes up. So I'll see you next time when it comes to covering more of Gen V.